know about you guys, but I love a good story. I like to be taken away to a faraway land and to a life that is different from my own. I want to experience something that is new and different from what I know. So when I heard that there was a fantasy movie coming out called Aragon, I was all ready to see it and get taken away to a land of swords, magic, and dragons. And when I saw it for the first time, I thought it was pretty good. But then I learned that it was adapted from a book of the same name. And when I read the book, the movie became terrible by comparison. I mean, where was all these details from the book in the movie? They would have made the movie so much better. I'm sure that there are a lot of you in my audience who can relate to this. Either having read a book and been disappointed by its movie adaptation, or having watched a movie and not liked it in comparison to the book. I believe that there is a good reason for this. And that is that books provide a more enriching entertainment experience than movies do, for three reasons. They are more beneficial for our minds, they have less limits to storytelling than movies do, and they are also more accessible than movies. And while movies do have some advantages over books, I believe that does not change the fact that books are the better storytellers. To start, books provide many benefits for our minds. Andrew Moorhead gives examples of this in his article, 10 Benefits of Reading Books. One of them is that they stimulate our brains and keep them active, which keeps them healthy for a long time. They can also relieve stress in our lives. When we read a book, we can just forget our troubles for a while and get lost in an engrossing story and relatable characters. And if you need some peace and quiet, it's a lot harder to do this with a movie, especially if you need alone time. Also, books have less limits to storytelling than movies do. Robiati and Shaw explains in their article, Books versus Movies, the Age-Old Debate, that books can convey more detail. They have more character development, and the readers can know what the characters are thinking and feeling. Movies cannot include as much detail as books can. And Jonathan Liu explains in their article, Great Geek Debates, Books versus Movies, that books can immerse us into a story better. They use the best visual effects tool available to tell a story, our imaginations. When we read a book, we take an active part in bringing the story to life by imagining it in our minds. Now, movies do take advantage of the visuals that are available in imagination, but these visuals are not our own. They were someone else's. Also, books are more accessible than movies. Jason Eggleston explains in their article, Ultimate Showdown, Books versus Movies, that we are more okay with books taking a longer time to tell a story. It's more easier to save your place in a book and pick it up later than it is with a movie. And books can be enjoyed anywhere, whereas movies have certain technological needs, like you need power, you need a TV to watch them on, you need a player to play them on, and if you're streaming movies, you need internet service, and if you have a physical copy, you need to keep it clean and undamaged. And a lot of these technological needs you might not have everywhere you go. Now, there are some ways that movies are better than books. They are a more casual and relaxed medium of storytelling than books. I mean, when you watch a movie, all you have to do is sit down, turn it on, and watch it. Movies are also, they also show us rather than tell us a story. Robiati and Shaw says in their article, a movie helps you visualize all the elements of the book that were previously confined to your imagination. Movies can also add musical and visual elements to complement the story. With the right kind of music, we can get an emotional response from our audiences when the story calls for one. Those of you who are regular book readers can attest to the benefits that they have for our minds, and how much better they are at telling stories than movies are, and how they can be enjoyed almost anytime and anywhere. Now, I don't think that they are better than movies in every way. Movies can still entertain us in a quicker time, and they can show us things that we could only imagine. I do love a good movie adaptation, but I also believe that behind every good movie adaptation, there is an even better book.